everybody, Memphis here, coming at you with an episode of Check This Out. The show we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at. Maybe a rogue deck, casual deck, meta deck, troll deck, whatever we want. We have ourselves a good time with it, and we just go all in. So today we're back on the Master Duel, and we're trying out an old classic favorite deck of mine. This is the Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon. We're trying to end the world. This is the end of the world deck. We're just trying to go second with this deck, annihilate our opponent's board, and just start steamrolling them with this big old ritual boy. So we got ourselves our deck here today. We'll go over it a little bit. The main list will be down in the description, but let's go over the deck a little bit before we get started. So we got our Demise deck. It's not perfect. I'm a bit too low on the points to make it as, you know, perfect, but we've got a deck that ought to work fairly well. You know, we got our standard staples like, oh, good old Jeffrey the Maxx, a couple Ash Blossoms, one nibiru. But we're mostly going off the Impcantation engine with our triple Candoll and talismandra, searching out the ritual monster and or spell that we need in order to get our plays going. We are, of course, going second with this deck. And to help with that, we are playing the Zaborg engine, which is one of my favorite engines for a ritual deck to do. Because you summon this dude by tributing the Impcantations, including at least one of the light ones. Nukes Zaborg, nukes both players' extra decks, lets us search 3 cards with our 3 heralds, dump a few fossils, some Natisses, things of that nature. Things of that nature. And that just allows us to go all in, all through, search everything, and potentially OTK. If we got enough ritual stuff, we can OTK. So we got our deck. Like I said, we got the Zaborg combo, trying to get into Demise. He's our main boy. I've got 3 of him. I would love 2 more ruins, or at least 1 more, but I don't got the points, sadly. Unfortunately, I don't got the points, but 1 is at least something. So we've got our girl. We can search her reasonably well. So, you know, we're going to go all in today. We're going to show off this deck, show off the cards, the combos, combos, and just, you know, have a good old time. So, without further ado, let's go in to the Master Duel rankings. We're in gold right now, so that should make it a little bit easier on us. Let's just get right into it and show off what this deck can do. Alrighty, our third opponent, everybody. I'm drinking at me some ginger ale. And hopefully this will be a better opponent. Come on. This guy's gonna give me something. I mean, he's certainly a tryhard. I mean, look at this setup here. He's got all the setup in the world. Alright. Well, I got the Demise combo. That's nice and all. I do. Oh man, I actually like that graveyard. Why does this graveyard look so cool and stuff? Mayhap should have let that. Mayhap should have let him do that, but I'm gonna try and stop it anyway. We got Ash Blossom and her sister Ash Blossom. We got ourselves. You know, I kind of regret getting the second Ash Blossom, but you know, it's what it is. What are we up against? We're up against. I already know what this is called. This is Briandon. Okay, so at least we have a competent opponent. You know, win or lose, at least we're into the realm of better opponents. Granted, it's a very stale opponent that does like 1 thing, but whatever you do, I do 1 thing too. I'll do that too, just with ritual boys. These guys do it with fusion boys. Come on, Karibos. Time for the flipping championships, yeah. Alright, what are we doing? What is he doing? Oblivion, the Bleeding Dragon, the Searing Dragon, the other one was the Blazing one. Okay, so he's just doing basic thing. Summoning out the dragon that banishes stuff. Yep. Discard a card, and then this guy does a thing. Adds a Despia monster, except for himself. So yeah, it's basic sort of branded Despia thing. Nothing too crazy. He's got the Demerge. And then he can target effect monster. Okay, this card's in the hand of field, uses material. Summon this card. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't work on rituals, thankfully. This, however, does. Yes, it does. It very much does. Alright, so the Mirror Jade Dragon is certainly an issue, but I have things to deal with it. Even more so now, because he is going to destroy his own cards. Because he really wanted to set up for next turn. You can add or set a branded spell trap. Yep. Alright. Okay, well my opponent is, at least my opponent's confident here. That's a good thing. So, branded what exactly? The thing that lets you fuse into Masquerade, I presume? I presume, at least, yeah, Mirror Jade's not a problem anymore. Yeah, branded in red. So now he's gonna try and fuse into Masquerade or something of the like. So he just, like, starts chipping away at my life. Ooh. Ooh. I like that a lot. Alright, let's go for Talismandra. So reveal Demise and start doing the thing. We got the Zaborg combo, people. If this works, I've got a potential of doing lots of damage. I don't have quite as many cards to do it with as I'd like, but there's a potential for me to OTK or at the very least get pretty damn close to it. Get that back, then do a fusion. Yada, yada, yada. Is what it is. The thing about Mirror Jade, he only works during one player's turn. And in order to switch, he has to skip a turn. So right now, this doesn't do anything. But yeah, there's Masquerade Dragon, as I figured. It is what it is. And then get Candoll out here to search me more things. And I'll take some damage. I don't need that much life points. It all works out. Add another card. Okay. And then summon that guy, but that guy doesn't do me. That guy's not a threat. Maxx, slightly more threat. But that's what I have Ash Blossom's sister for. Go, Ash Blossom! Stop the bug. Clown noise effect. That clown noise effect is so dumb, but at the same time, oddly fitting. Oddly fitting. Alright, so he gets this thing out, which again doesn't do anything to me. I am not worried about it in the slightest. Get Owlbear, and I get my ritual spell. Yeah. Alright, having done all that, and I can do that too if I need to. So let's go ahead. Tribute summon. Come forth, Zaborg! And Zaborg will blow up a light monster on the board. Target a monster on the field. It was a light monster. Wait, does he have any light monsters? Dark. 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 Nope, it has to be a light monster, because then I get to pick what cards get sent to the grave. I mean, I pick my own, but then I get to pick my opponent's stuff. And that's the part that's neat. So we'll ditch a couple of these. I didn't even finish Maxx. You only do the Zaborg combo once. That's all you need to do. Alrighty, so what do we get rid of here? 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 4, 5, 6. And then 7, and then 8. Why not? And then all of our card effects will activate. Granted, we'll take like a lot of damage doing this, but I guess the order will not. I'm gonna take the damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like I said, I only need so many life points. So all 3 of my heralds will go off. I'll get 2 ritual monsters, or yeah, probably 2 ritual monsters and then a ritual spell, so I can do the ritual summons. And it'll be all good. So Natis is gonna be like, blow that up. And then other Natis is gonna be like, blow this up. So then, oh wait, but he can banish like the spell to protect the Dray Dragon, yeah. But it's all good because obviously Demise nukes boards. All right, so double checking that I have the right numbers here. All right, so I need a ritual monster. And then I need another ritual spell. spell. I know that. I got a ritual spell in the graveyard. Do I have a ritual monster in the graveyard? I don't think I do. No, sadly I don't. But I can get one. Hold on. Let me double check something. So this is the one that gets a ritual spell. So I need to get that. And this is the one that says ritual spell. Okay. So if I get... I'm trying to double check this to not mess this part up. Okay, so I can get another ritual monster. So, yes. I think. Okay. So, now we're going to activate to the end of the world. We're going to use Demise to summon Demise. And that summons our big boy out here. A Bachumba. Pretty good. My opponent has something. Yeah, Dramaturg doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. Oh, but that works on... Oh, this does look... This works on rituals? Alright, well that's unfortunate. I should have summoned Ruin first. I mean, I can still... Let me think about this. Can I salvage this in any meaningful way? I mean, I can, so let's do that. Let's banish this. This is not fusioned anymore, so that doesn't matter. Destroying that doesn't really help me. I kind of want to destroy this thing. But again, it doesn't really matter too much. Meh. I'm blowing it up because I don't like it. Yeah, destroy all my monsters later. Let's go ahead and use Impcantation Bookstone. Reveal our Under the World. We'll summon out this one, which is level 5. And this lets me get ritual monsters back from the grave. Let's go for penciplume. Then we'll activate End of the World again. And part of me, yeah, he'll nuke my board anyway. Yeah. So I might as well protect my stuff. So we'll summon out Ruin of the Supreme Queen. Her effect's not negated, and Demise's effect will stop being negated later. So let's go ahead and have Ruin destroy Masquerade. That way I can do some burn damage. And I would attack into that, but that's a bad idea, so let's not do that. So now in the end phase, Mirror Jade will go off, destroying the dudes that I don't want on the board. So we should, well, depending on what my opponent can still do. I mean, we already know he has very little left in his extra deck. I wish I could look at his extra deck again to tell you what exactly I left in there. But there's not a lot. He has no Masquerade Dragons left. Okay, Alibur. What can my opponent do? He'll get a Branded Fusion. Maybe I should have banished that one dragon. In hindsight, I might have should have done that. I should have just let him have Masquerade Dragon. That thing wouldn't have done me any problems. Yeah, that's a hindsight problem on my part, but can he even... Okay, he can't still fuse. Of course he can. Why would he search this if he couldn't fuse? Alright. I suppose the big question is, what does that dragon even do? Because the life of me, I couldn't tell you what it does. Or couldn't tell you. I didn't bloody read the damn thing. Alright. Go Karibo. I still don't like the fact that Karibo doesn't sound like Karibo. And all he does is flip. I mean, he's adorable as fuck if he does all this flipping. Okay. Summoning those. Cool. I'll be on the Branded Dragon. And Banishing the materials from the grave. Okay, so we can still fuse. It's gonna be the tricky bit. All I need to do is not get... I just have to not lose this turn, and I'm okay. Because Demise can nuke the board for free. Ruin will be protected from Demise. And yeah, he's got the turtle, but I can work around that. He has almost no great or extra deck left. This is really my opponent's last gamble. If he can't get out of me here, it's over. It's over, I tell you. Titanic clad. All right, this is the one that goes to 4,000 unaffected. Okay. Why is the music on? This isn't over, right? Unless this thing is more powerful than I think it is, because I can't be beaten in battle. None of my monsters can be beaten in battle. That's the thing. Once the power couples together and you actually have used only rituals to summon them all, it's pretty busted. Yeah. Unaffected by the available from the extra. Okay, so I can still nuke this thing. So yeah, this ought to be game. Oh wait, no, he's got the turtle. That's right, he's got the damn turtle. Hey, Zaborg, you're not what I wanted to see right now, but you're welcome here. All right, so let's activate Demise, nuke of the board. He'll take 800 points of damage, and let me think about it. Yeah, that wouldn't actually help me in any meaningful way. So we're just gonna attack. He'll use the turtle, which is his you know, he's got the turtle. He can negate the damage, or the battle phase, whatever. Just end the battle phase. But what can my opponent do? He only has 2 cards left in his extra deck. One's a Predaplant. The other is the other thing. He does get to summon a monster. Ideally, it's nothing too crazy. Fallen off Albaz. Can he fuse with it? I don't think so. But Albion lets him set another branded spell. So I guess he could potentially get... No. What does this do? Despia or level hit our fusion in the grave, summon it, and then apply these effects. Yeah, but he can't summon back something that was... oh no, he can bring back Beer Jade! Oh, that might actually end it right there. Possibly, maybe. Because if he gets rid of Demise, I'm just screwed. I'm kind of screwed. Damn it. Well... I mean, is he smart? He's probably smart enough to do that, right? Yeah, he is, sadly. All right, well, unfortunate that I think that's actually going to be possibly game here, folks. Because now that he's got the Ice Blade Dragon, he doesn't need to fuse, because he'll just banish Demise and then run over Ruin. Yeah. Yeah, because he still has 2 fusions left, but he's gonna summon one of them for some reason. It would low-key be hilarious if he was to summon out of the other fusion and then not take me out. Like, what does this card even do? Add a Predaplant or a spell trap of the Predaplant variety. Okay. Yeah, but the fact, yeah, he can just get rid of his last card in his extra deck and dang diddly banish my stuff. Which stinks, because we were like, we were within an inch. If it wasn't for that damn turtle, would have been game. Because yeah, he can just run over Ruin. Because sadly, none of my, well, other than Demise being on the board, I have no battle protection. So unfortunately, that is going to be game. It's just, you know, it was a good duel. We got to do our full, we took our full power against it. That's the good thing. We got to see the full power of our deck. The only thing that stopped me was one little graveyard turtle. That's the thing. Otherwise, we gave this guy a good run for his money. I mean, he has no extra deck left. I got rid of half of that thing. It's just the fact that he can still attack is the problem. And he can just run over Ruin, and I have nothing to bring back the Ruination. I've got nothing. So, Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be game right here, unless he just doesn't attack. But I don't see that happening. So I guess I'll go ahead into the 4th duel today, because I think we got time for one more. I think we deserve one more, because those first 2 duels were way too short. Let's go for one more and then see what happens. Alrighty, everybody, our 4th and final opponent, last chance for romance, and we're gonna go second, so that's always good. We do like to go second. I mean, if anything else, we've got to go second a lot today. As for our hand, I do have a spell. All right, I can make a Runics. I despise the Runic archetype for totally legitimate reasons. Another card, we destroy my card if I banish this card instead. Yep. Alright. Well, that is regrettable indeed. That is certainly regrettable that our final duel is up against, like, the most toxic bunch of cards ever. I mean, I can potentially get around this, but not easily. Especially if he, how many of these he's gonna have. Target a face-up monster, destroy by battle, mill 3 cards, mill 4th card, get back 2 spells, and draw too many cards. I don't know who thought that Runics is a good idea. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to know. Personally, I think if Runics didn't have the field spell, they'd be perfectly fine. I wouldn't mind dueling against Runics. I just really don't like the field spell. It's really, really poorly done. Level 1. I'm guessing this is the part where he hits me with magical explosion or something of that nature. Although it'd be hilarious if it was on the bottom of his deck. Come on, baby, keep sending them cards. Okay, what is this? Suppression Pluto. What on earth does this do? Declare card name. Look at the opponent's hand. If they have that card, apply an effect. Cyberstein. I presume that this is meant for Exterio. Wonderful. Great. Well, folks, I think I've lost this one. And this one isn't even because of a nice back and forth, though. This is because my opponent playing a floodgate. On top of floodgates, on top of everything else. Damn. Alright, well, we can't end it on that. We gotta have at least one more. Come on. Come on. One more? One more for you, buddy Memphis, please? Alrighty, folks, and our 5th duel of the day, which is really gonna be the 3rd. I think I'm just gonna get rid of those first 2 duels, because they really weren't that much to look at. Well, that's just me. But regardless, we're going second again. Going second is not the problem. The problem is, like, not running into a floodgate deck and also just having ourselves a dandy time. Because I do love the Demise archetype. I think it's really cool looking, and I think the idea behind them is just beautiful. It's just making them work is such a chore in this day and age. It really is. But you know what? We got one last chance. My opponent's not doing much. I can make this work. Alright, because I've got pretty much everything I could ever want. Okay. Let's activate chalicslime first. Just to thin the deck. So we're gonna use chalicslime, discard chalicslime. That's the thing I'm allowed to do, and I'm going to search out a monster here. Just to thin the deck out a little bit. Good old talismandra. And let's go ahead and get our lady. Let's get our ruin. I suppose I could make ruin. That would work too. That is true. But I like to do other things first. So let's go ahead and get ourselves another Demise, the Supreme King of the Underworld, or Armageddon, or whatever your name is. And we'll summon him out. So we'll summon out Demise using Demise. And then next turn I could potentially summon out Ruin. We'll see how it goes. It's always the thing. It's like sometimes you want to summon Ruin for the protection from spell traps. And sometimes you want Demise for field nukes and battle protection. It's always better when you have both, but again, it just takes so much material to do that. Although the protection's always inherent, but the additional effect, that's where the flavor comes from. Alright, but that's aside, I do still have chalicslime. So depending on what I draw into, yeah, but no matter what I draw into, I can reveal chalicslime. And then I can discard whatever I don't need it, summon out Candoll, get my spell, ritual summon ruin, go to town. That's the plan anyway. What will the plan do? It's Rose, Warrior of Revenge. She was my... I always used this thing like early on in Yu-Gi-Oh! This is my tuner. It's one of the early 4-star tuners that doesn't have any sort of like negative effects or anything. What is this? Colossal Fighter. I salute you, sir, for your originality. What is that? The A forces. Somebody called the Fawns. Oh, lordy. Okay, well, I commend my opponent on playing something original in gold. It takes balls to do that. Big, meaty balls. Which is ironic because you can't see fighters' balls, but you know. Anyway, so that aside, this ought to be game. And I'm not even gonna, you know, I'm gonna discard Lightning Storm. I don't need it. I don't need it. So we're gonna go for chalicslime. No, we're not gonna ash ourselves. Go away, Lightning Storm. Get me my Candoll. There we go. See, we don't always need the Lightning Storm. I am seeing though we are. Yeah, the thing with this deck, we're beating up like little people today. Not so much the bigger people. Although again, I'm probably gonna cut out the beating up of little people, but not that one. That one still counts. We'll count all little people as one victory today. So, yeah, that's the episode, folks. So, that's going to be it for today. We've shown off this deck fairly well. You've seen how it works, and you see the good parts and the bad. So, let's go ahead for the end screen, and we'll talk more about this deck here. All right, everybody. So, the Demise, Supreme King Armageddon, end of the world deck. Well, I could call this a 3 out of 2, but really... I'm not going. I don't feel good about calling it that because we beat up a bunch of smaller decks today. Faced up against stronger decks, things got a little tricky. Admittedly, branded as a tricky deck for this deck to work against, but as you can see, we can stand toe-to-toe with them to a degree. We're not very good against lockdown decks, especially if they got things like Exterio stopping all of our spell traps multiple times per turn. So when the deck works, it's a beautiful thing. You summon out Demise, you summon out Ruin, you go to town nuking the board and attacking multiple times, doing burn damage. Zaborg comes in for clutch and he gets rid of your extra deck, the opponent's extra deck. It's a beautiful thing. It didn't get to work out as well today, which is unfortunate, but at least we got to see the deck doing what it wants to do for the most part, and we never gave up. It's always a good thing. Okay, we kind of gave up against the Exterio guy, but can you blame me for that one? That one was not going to work out. Unless if only the beer would have been there, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed seeing some Demise today. And we're almost done with Master Duel for a little bit. I'm out of points. I can't do too many more. I'm going to work on the Symphonics and the Gradles and the one other deck. I want to see if I can get it to work. And then we'll probably move more primarily back to EDO Pro because it's easier to make decks there. So I hope, regardless, that you guys got something out of this. You know, like I said, our deck could be a little stronger with another Ruin, but I don't have the biddies. Regardless, thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again very soon with more Master Duel and other Yu-Gi-Oh! Sort of content, and I'll see you then. Take care.